like I've been saying, I'm Alexander Surya Gianni. Mole on the right hand, penguin duck birthmark. It's 12:49 p.m. August 24th. These guys use neuromodulation and various forms of implantable technology, and they actually use it to try to influence emotions, behaviors, feelings. So part of their hustle is they like to roll with something they call the positivity hustle, and they also like to try to sell these ideas of everything's all good when it's not. And they'll even, the people they're abusing, oppressing, sexually assaulting, and abusing, they have these devices that they have in them, the people they sexually abuse and harm covertly. And, like sometimes you'll notice, sometimes when I'm being very serious, all of a sudden I'll kind of laugh or think or sell this idea that things are friendly when they're not. That's what I was talking about, referring to the Stockholm Syndrome. I'm a hostage. I'm being held hostage by these monsters, repeat sex offenders, human rights and civil rights violators with zero respect for human life. It's not all good. These people are holding me hostage, stalking me daily. And even during the videos I make, they'll be sitting there using different devices to disrupt processing, communication, analysis, memory, etc. They'll even try to neuromodulate me and try to make me laugh when I'm speaking sometimes. Or sometimes I'll laugh about I'm just naturally will sometimes laugh about some of the weird ways I express things, and I'll sometimes try to hold it back, but then they'll actually try to somehow emphasize whatever firing was going on in my nervous system to try to pull the laugh out in order to sell this false perception of things being all good when they're not all good. I mean, there's trillions of dollars in the hands of rapists, terrorists, pedophiles, and murderers. Large sums of money are being stolen from me. Intellectual property that could be very valuable depending on the business network and how it's scaled are being stolen and exposed. And they're being stolen and exposed to terrorists, to aid in terrorist financing and financing of organized crime. This is very serious. Not to mention there are people performing breaches of Nuremberg Code and putting these devices in my brain and body illegally. So it's not all good. They're experimenting on me illegally, without informed consent, with experimental technology that they do not have evidence-based proof to prove that it's harmless. It could cause brain cancer. It could cause Alzheimer's. It could cause Parkinson's disease. It could cause various neurological conditions that they have not even considered and have been sticking in my brain and body illegally and just using my nervous system like it's some playground. These people need to go to prison. And how are they not in prison? This is more than infuriating. The stupidity involved with this is more than infuriating. These cops not arresting these criminals who are pretending to be scientists are more than infuriating. These kids don't even know what experimental goddamn design is. They don't even know what confounders are, and they're letting these idiots pretend to be scientists and researchers. They didn't even read about experimental design before they started carrying out experiments. They didn't get informed consent. So these people are pretending to do research, but they're really using this technology for betting manipulation and robbery and IP theft and data theft. Not to mention covert sexual abuse, sexual violence, covert abuse for political abuses of psychiatry, and to discredit witnesses to terrorism, organized crime, RICO, IP theft, data theft, economic espionage, and more. Amongst other things, financial crimes, etc. These people need to go to prison. They have stolen large sums of money and they've committed trillions of dollars in crimes. I mean, this is a RICO. I can't even fathom what factor the damages would be multiplied by. There's punitive damages owed as well because the crimes are so severe. They were using WMDs on me. WMDs, radiation dispersal devices, not telepathy. Gamma radiation satellites. Electrolysis laser my ass. One of these kids was saying it's a gamma knife. It's a medical tool. It's a gamma radiation. It's a radiation dispersal device. A device that emits harmful radiation that is dangerous to human life. That's a WMD that they were using on me for their bets. These fucking sick fucks entertaining themselves using a WMD on an autistic guy for no fucking reason because they thought I was in the fucking CIA. Are they fucking retarded? I was a medical student. And regardless, why the hell are people using WMDs on the CIA anyways? Are they fucking crazy? So what is this nonsense? But that's a piece of this as well. Not to mention there's various cyber terrorist tools. These kids distributing access to WMDs and distributing cyber terrorist tools and involved with illegal weapons manufacturing and distribution. This is not friendly. It's not cool. And how are these fucking psychopaths, pardon my French, how are they not in fucking prison? They're practicing New Age mind slavery. And they run this ritualistic community sexual assault, gambling bets where they stalk me as a community and perform rape-like violence on me with implantable devices, and sexual abuse, psychological torture, and more. Not to mention they've been committing psychological torture and sexual torture. Amongst so many other crimes, it's scary. Like I said, it's a whole goddamn buffet of crimes. And we ain't just talking like one buffet line. We're talking about like a whole goddamn, like 5 restaurants of buffets. There's all sorts of crimes all over the place. So this is like, this is ridiculous. I can't understand how these guys aren't in prison. And how they're still on the loose. And who are their accomplices and accessories not arresting these monsters? And who are their accessories and accomplices lying for these monsters? These human rights violating, civil rights violating, disabled, abusing, slavery practicing, Joseph Mengele rapist motherfucking monsters. Pardon my French, I'm just getting mad now. They may even be neuromodulating me to emphasize my anger right now. Because I'm angry, but then it's a little more emphatic. But I am getting angry. But these people just need to go to prison. This is absurd now. And I mean, how can you be a law enforcement agent or a politician and not be infuriated by the stupidity? How can you be an American citizen and a citizen of the globe and not be infuriated by the stupidity involved with this? People using WMDs on disabled people for fucking entertainment? How does that not just make you livid? People trying to bring slavery back into society after people were murdered and killed because of it? How does that not infuriate you? Not to mention all the other fucking crimes I've been speaking of. How are these guys not behind bars? Let's wake up.